A siren blares across open cement. Hundreds of bodies lie perfectly still under the sun. One of them opens its eyes. The tall man steps forward alone. The others stay back, breathing too loudly. The ground feels wrong beneath his boots. A body in a sealed hazard suit jerks upright. The siren cuts off mid-wail. Every corpse twitches at once. 20 years earlier, a construction worker died in minutes. His skin decayed before paramedics sipped the bag. Doctors ordered immediate containment. Before the order finished, the body inside the bag began to move. A classified program was born that night. The public never heard a word. The military never stopped studying it. 2 decades later, a quiet railway platform is sealed for training. Civilian trains are turned away without explanation. A biochemical cargo train idles nearby. Guards warn everyone to stay back from the tracks. 3 off-duty soldiers ignore the warning. One grabs a weapon. A struggle erupts beside the railcar. A gun fires twice. The second shot punctures the cargo tank. Bright gas bursts outward in a violent plume. The air turns acidic green. Breathing becomes painful. People collapse where they stand. A guard forces a respirator onto the elderly man's face. Seconds later, the guard drops, convulsing. The gas thins. The platform goes silent. No one else is standing. Inside a nearby diner, a body twitches behind the counter. Its spine bends the wrong way before it rises. The bald man reacts without hesitation. One violent motion ends the attack. He doesn't look surprised. Outside, shadows gather on the road. Engines stall as drivers stare at unmoving figures blocking the highway. The elderly man pounds on the hood for help. The driver hesitates as more shapes emerge from alleys. From the opposite side, a police transport hits something. Officers step out, expecting an accident. The body opens its mouth and lunges. Gunfire erupts. More figures pour from a nearby building. They retreat toward the nearest station house. Behind them, the city begins to move in unison. The glass doors shatter within seconds. Hands force through the cracks. The lobby becomes a funnel of bodies. They fall back into a side corridor. Desks are overturned. The sound of nails scraping tile follows them. The middle-aged officer checks his forearm. The bite mark is already swollen and yellowing. He hides it. The bald man demands access to the building schematics. No one argues. The elderly man claims he can restore power. They split up. The corridor lights flicker once and die. Something begins moving in the dark behind them. In the sealed office, the officer's breathing turns uneven. His veins darken beneath the skin. The short-haired woman is told to watch him. If he changes, she must act. Her finger rests on the trigger. Downstairs, the electrical room door is jammed. The bald man kicks it open without hesitation. Inside, wires hang like vines. The elderly man studies the panel with shaking hands. A breaker snaps back into place. The building hums to life. The lights reveal something crawling behind them. They slam the door just in time. Something pounds against the metal from the other side. Upstairs, the officer begins convulsing. The short-haired woman hesitates. He whispers for her to finish it. She cannot pull the trigger. His body twists, spine arching unnaturally. The glass wall explodes inward as he lunges. She fires too late. Gunshots echo through the building. The others hear it and run back upstairs. They find the office drenched in blood. The officer lies still again. This time, permanently. Power is back, but communications remain dead. The city grid is gone. A television flickers to life on emergency broadcast. Live footage shows the outbreak spreading in every district. In the footage, a bald man storms through a studio, shouting into a camera before it cuts. The curly-haired man claims the docks may still have boats. It's the only direction not overrun on screen. They break a window and climb out into the street. The city is unnaturally quiet. Bodies lie motionless along the sidewalks. No movement. No sound. The elderly man notices their positioning. They are aligned, facing the same direction. A distant horn echoes faintly across the harbor. Every body twitches at once. They run. The silence shatters into pursuit. The group splits at an intersection. The curly-haired man drags the young woman toward the pier. He unties a small motorboat. The engine sputters, then roars to life. He pushes off alone. The young woman is left on the pier, staring as the boat speeds away. Behind her, bodies begin rising from between shipping containers. A truck engine roars from the side street. Headlights cut through the haze. The bald man opens fire, clearing a path. He pulls her into the truck. Across the yard, the short-haired woman and the tall man are cornered between stacked crates. The elderly man falls behind. The crowd closes around him. He doesn't run anymore. A single gunshot echoes. The tall man lowers his weapon before turning away. The truck crashes through a fence, skidding into the open cement field beyond. They stop abruptly. Hundreds of bodies lie ahead in perfect rows. No movement. No sound. The Siren Tower stands silent in the distance. The bald man steps out first. He walks directly into the field. A boot presses onto a ribcage. It doesn't react. He keeps walking. The siren suddenly activates behind them. Every body inhales at once. The field erupts. Bodies rise in synchronized motion, surrounding the truck from every direction. There is no clear exit anymore. The short-haired woman fires into the nearest row. The sound triggers faster movement instead of retreat. The bald man sprints toward the Siren Tower. He understands now, this isn't random. It's controlled. The tall man covers him, stepping backward while shooting. Ammunition drops faster than the bodies do. The young woman climbs onto the truck roof to avoid grasping hands. The metal dents under shifting weight. Halfway to the tower, the bald man sees cables leading underground. The siren isn't automated. Someone turned it on. The tall man's rifle clicks empty. He switches to his sidearm without breaking stride. A figure in a sealed hazard suit steps forward from the rows. It does not stagger like the others. It waits. The bald man reaches the tower ladder and climbs. Hands snap at his boots but miss by inches. Below, the suited figure suddenly charges the tall man with unnatural speed. This one remembers how to hunt. They collide hard against the truck. The tall man barely keeps the jaws away from his throat. On the tower platform, the bald man finds a manual trigger switch wired to a portable generator. Recently used. He yanks the cable free. The siren cuts instantly. Every body freezes mid-motion. The suited attacker does not freeze. It continues pressing forward, teeth inches from skin. The short-haired woman fires into the suit's visor. The glass cracks but does not shatter. The bald man jumps from the platform, landing hard beside them. He drives a blade through the cracked visor seam. The suited body collapses finally. The remaining field stays motionless without the signal. Silence spreads wider than the yard. No distant movement. No echoing screams from the city. The tall man checks the bald man for bites. There are none. A distant explosion echoes from the harbor. They turn toward the sound. The stolen motorboat burns near the pier. The curly-haired man never made it far. Something inside the boat must have activated when the siren did. The signal was wider than they thought. The young woman stares at the water. There is no escape route left that doesn't require silence. The bald man looks back at the siren tower. If someone powered it, someone else might restart it. The tall man reveals sealed orders from years ago. The program was designed to test behavioral control. The gas wasn't accidental. The rail incident triggered a dormant strain tied to audio cues. The bald man laughs once, short and dry. Humanity built its own leash and forgot where it tied it. The short-haired woman reloads quietly. If the signal returns, they won't outrun it twice. The tall man decides to destroy the tower completely. Cutting power wasn't enough. They retreat behind the truck. The detonator clicks. The tower collapses in a cloud of metal and dust. No siren survives the blast. Rows of bodies remain frozen even as debris settles across them. No signal. No movement. For the first time since the gas leak, the air feels still rather than charged. The tall man lowers his weapon. The field does not respond. They wait 5 full minutes. Nothing rises. The bald man suggests leaving the city on foot. Without a signal, the infected are inert weight. They pass through streets once crowded with noise. Now only wind moves through open doors. At the railway platform, bodies remain collapsed exactly where the gas first spread. The tall man confirms the signal network was local. No other sirens appear on the skyline. The outbreak wasn't unstoppable. It was orchestrated. And now, it is silent.